AP exclusive, AT&T under pressure to defy Maduro's censors. Miami, AP, last April, as a military uprising roiled Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro's socialist government ordered pay TV providers to immediately cease transmission of CNN and the BBC. DirecTV, which is wholly owned by AT&T, quickly obliged, yanking the two networks off the air as live images of military trucks running over protesters were being broadcast to the world. Now, pressure is building against the Dallas-based communications giant to stand up to Venezuela's government censors. In December, officials from the State Department met in Washington with executives from AT&T to urge them to help pull the plug on Maduro's propaganda machine, according to 5 people familiar with the discussion. The meeting followed months of outreach to AT&T by Venezuela's opposition, according to the 5 individuals. Under a plan being promoted with the Trump administration, DirecTV, Venezuela's largest pay TV operator, would restore to its lineup a half-dozen international news channels that local regulators have banned in recent years, according to the 5 individuals. The strategy harkens back to a Cold War playbook of leveraging information to fight anti-US propaganda and undermine authoritarian rule. But instead of covertly beaming US government-produced content into foreign countries as Radio Free Europe did in the former Soviet Union, this proposed effort consists of pressuring a private company to bring back access to private, international news outlets that, until recently, Venezuelans took for granted. AT&T faces a difficult choice: comply with the Maduro regime that the US government no longer recognizes and has heavily sanctioned, or go along with the opposition's plan and risk seizure of its installations and the loss of its license on which some 700 Venezuelans depend for employment. According to corporate filings with the Security and Exchange Commission, the company doesn't actually need a physical presence in Venezuela to beam content into the country. It could instead use broadcast centers in Argentina, Brazil or California. The US officials and opposition operators are concerned that DirecTV is being used to broadcast unfiltered state TV programming by Maduro to attack his opponents, who have no way to respond, according to the 5 individuals, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because of the politically sensitive nature of the talks. Of particular concern, they said, is the private network Globovision, which is carried by DirecTV. The channel has been sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department and is accused by the opposition of spreading disinformation. Globovision is a customer of the AP. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was briefed and expressed initial support for the plans to enroll DirecTV to help undermine Maduro, according to 2 individuals with K. For more on this story, visit the news article link.